Hello everyone, my name is Lex Panic and this is another reaction to Hunter x Hunter. It is episode 107 and well, we are still going strong, quite a while, right? There's still a Gungi match going on and Leol is about to fight, which is pretty interesting, seeing that he has this borrow ability that he just used, so no clue what he's going for. So yeah, well, let's just see and enjoy. So here we go in 3, 2, 1. Now. Speaking of the devil, there he is. Okay. Activate. Tube. Okay, only when it rains. That look okay. A tube. So I guess it's a surfboard, but it looks like a very small trident, but more like one of those forks for grilling. You know that he has. That's a very short intro. Just saying. Okay. I don't know what this fork is meant to be for. Because if it would be like a real trident, it would have made sense. Only when it... Oh, only when it rains. So it's a restricted ability and... I mean, we learned about restrictions in abilities that it makes them a lot stronger. So normally you would have like a disadvantage, you know? If it doesn't rain, no use. Oh shit, but thus he can borrow abilities. He can borrow restricted abilities and have them like already. And whenever the time is fitting, he can use the ability which fits perfectly because it is restricted to... Let's just say there's an ability like works only in a desert at noon. He just borrows it, he never uses it because it never happens, and then whysoever he's in the desert at noon and can use it and has the OP ability. That's... wow, that's... This borrow ability is really, really strong. That's major. Holy shit. Return and retire. Okay. Okay, which makes sense, so that he can serve them. Although it looks more like beer than... or met. Are they red? Oh yeah, true. Holy shit. No smoking. Yeah, and he cannot stand, he has to swim, so... he can't really dodge. Yeah. Yep. Wait, what? To his body? Oh, he can create a smoke. A boat. But I thought... oh yeah, well, whatever it is called, you know. I thought he can... Tornave, Maelstrom, okay. I thought he can only borrow stuff if the other one agrees. So how can he borrow it from someone who would possibly not agree? Okay. Just aim for the middle, right? Ah. Maybe he was there, but kind of hiding. Yeah, that makes sense. Holy shit. Yeah. Well, good guessing. Yep. Okay, Grudgeon. But how did he steal it? That's a mistake. Shouldn't be saying that. Ooh, that's a big wave. I guess he just breezed in, right? Wow. Holy shit. He's still standing at the same place, so. What if he comes up below him or behind him, you know? However, he does that. Why should he? Which is a hell of a time. Playing for time? Nah. Too easy. No. Yeah. So he created smoke doubles, I guess. Oh, okay. But he wouldn't need to breathe out, you know? But why would he? The bubbles he brought up. Smoke. Oh. Is it kind of an illusion? You could let go of the borrowed ability and then the water would disappear, I guess. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, well, that works. So he did it all the time while holding his breath. Wow. That was. So that's why he went for the underground church, because it is a secluded room. Wow. Ah, okay. That's clever. Come on, you can do it. I mean, it's a risky game that she's playing there, but it's necessary. Choose? And it only works because that's where the portal is. The ability of FFP2 isn't working. She cannot sense them now. And as someone told me, that is not the aura of FFP2. Pulling back. Why? Oh, that's... I think you got caught. Oh, here we go. Hello, Killua. He's so cute. Yep. Ooh. Wow. That's a lot of money. Holy shit, a landline. A very old one. Oh yeah. Oh, they are getting along. That's what you wanted to hear. He's in trouble. No, it hasn't, because she's busy. Damn it. Yeah. And he got shaken. And you can't hold it against him. He really sneaked in alone and everything. The pressure was a lot. Yep, he's a beast. Holy shit. Dude, this looks abnormal. How you get a body like that? Because now you're taking space. Come on, follow along. More friends. Friend, you're just a friend. That's the difference. Ooh. A world of friendship. And he's crying again. More brutal than the world of Chimera ants. That's the assassin talking. Oh, he's like the leader. I have to follow. I really like him. He's such a cool character. And although the view of Killua when it comes to the world is a little bit harsh, right? I mean, seriously, come on. It's not total disaster like he tries to put it, that the world is more dangerous than the one of the Chimerans. But yeah, I mean, there are other challenges, you know, social challenges and stuff like that, I guess. But yeah, Killua has a very special view on the world, I would say. What a great episode. So I really liked the idea of those two forming a friendship, and the fact how Killua put it, we are already friends, right? I thought it was necessary to say it. We don't have to thank each other for every little thing that happens, because that is what friends do. I really like that attitude, that idea. It is something he longed for himself, you know? And he found in Gon. So I think it's kind of that he's now able to share that, to give on the things he learned in his friendship with Gon to another person, to another being that needs it as much as he did, I guess. He needed a friend as well. So it's really nice to see, and that this group of people, of friends that we have known since the beginning, is growing bigger and bigger and more in numbers, without losing anything. That's the cool thing about friendship, right? You can be friends with one person, and you can invite another one, be friends as three, and it doesn't lower the amount of kind of love, you could say, between friends, right? It doesn't lower that. Sharing doesn't mean it gets less because it's split into more people. Yes, it may be that you can spend less time with each other, but doesn't have to mean you lose the strength of the friendship itself. Yeah, well, we all know friendships are kind of a bit of work, no question there. But I really like it. It was a very nice ending, and you know me, sugar-coated ending is so cool for me. We have seen Palm struggle a bit, to say the least. So it looks like she has been caught. I'm not sure about that, however. I mean, there was like, I think, purple smoke, and then what came down and catched her was red smoke. So, I guess she got caught by the big burly guy. I forgot his name. I'm very sorry. You know which one I mean. Checking Methiope, whatever his name is. This guy, which would be cool because we have not seen anything from him yet. I mean, he looked like the muscle of the group, right? but we have not seen him do any abilities. We know that Neferpitou seems to be the ultimate thing right now. Shayapoof, being mind reader and such, has its very own design. He's the one that is very close to the king all the time. So he's more sophisticated and intellectual character, which is cool. I like that. But we haven't seen anything of Meth yet. So I guess he's the other side, very burly, very strong, the fighter type. But I may be wrong because, as I said, he's there since multiple episodes and hasn't shown anything yet. So it would be nice if he would have a little bit of spotlight so we know what we are up against. I totally give it to Palm that she's doing what she's doing because, let's be honest, she is in a lot of danger, even before she got caught. That is something, if you are like a spy in enemy quarters, there's a high chance that you will not make it out alive. The moment they realize there's someone spying, you're as good as dead, right? And that's why I completely understand that North had so much trouble and broke down in the end. Because it seems like he just saw the aura and broke down and now he's out for everything. And you could argue like, whoa, he's a little bit weak mentally. But if you see what he did before, he sneaked in over multiple hours on his knees. He put those gateways everywhere. He was aware that any moment he could be caught by Neferpitou because they didn't know that her aura was out, right? They didn't know. He just guessed it in the end because she did not react at all. So he lurked closer and closer, and he knew every step he moved closer, it could have been over, right? Then he nearly got caught by an ant, and he took this ant out instantly. Adrenaline kicked in. He did nearly everything right. Not everything. I commented on that. And then he came face to face with this fear aura, and that's when it was over. And I can completely understand it because he was in high alert over multiple hours, nearly a day, I guess. So, yes, he needs time. So let's see where Palm is heading now. We don't know how that will go. It looks like she got caught. Maybe she can swindle out of it. I don't think so, but who knows. And then we have the big fight against Leo. And that was a cool one. I really like it. So apart from the ability that Leo used, I talked about how strong this stealing ability is. We know that something like stealing an ability from someone else can be OP if you're able to use it clever and don't show it enough and build up more and more abilities to use by stealing multiple abilities, as we've seen from the spiders, right? This because the enemy can't plan correctly against you, good against you, because they do not know what abilities you have. So Leol's borrow is kind of the same, especially thus he seemed to have used it against Grachan, I think was the name. Which is a bit weird because he was a hunter, so he was possibly forced into giving it up, and he has to stay alive. That is one thing that we know from Leo. The moment the other one is dead, you cannot use the ability, so Grachan is still alive. So I guess he pressured him into. He beat him and then said, okay, either I kill you or you give me your ability as a borrow, and you can stay alive here in whatever kind of prison, I guess. So I guess that's how he did it. He used his ability pretty good. I mean, it seems like the ability is having it gives you the ability to use it properly. Because I couldn't serve just because I stole an ability from someone, right? And he did serve pretty well. He got a bit outsmarted, and not during the fight. He already did get outsmarted in the beginning. When they went into this cathedral, I already said that it was a set-up place by Morel. So, because he escaped and fled to there. So, although Leo thought, well, perfect place for, as we know now, the waves, the place was set up by Morel, and there had to be a reason. Why do you take that place, right? The city is empty. You could have fought everywhere. So he wanted an underground secluded place, and the question is why. Now we know, because you can fill it up with poison without risking anyone and having a secluded space which is locked down. It's just a matter of time until it is filled up. While when you're out in the open beneath the sky, you cannot do that. You know, a gas just evaporates, moves along. So that's why he did it. And without knowing, Leo played in his hands even. Because by filling up the room with water so much, the amount of air that is left in and that can be intoxicated is less, so it goes faster. Morel stated even that it went faster than he thought. So from the beginning on, Morel used his ability to exhale more CO2, carbon dioxide, and by doing so, he lowered the amount of oxygen and made the air polluted. So if there's enough CO2 in the air, you just fall unconscious because your body does not get enough of oxygen, and you, well, as we've seen, he just fell unconscious and died in the end. He couldn't breathe anymore. It went a bit too far in the end, too fast in the end, because normally you get a little bit of, wacky and stuff is weird and you start to struggle. Leo was kind of gone within 10 seconds. That was very fast, so he couldn't adapt. I think if he would have cancelled his ability, he would have stood a chance because there would have been possibly more air then. I'm not sure how his ability works though. If the waves would have stayed, it was over, And he had, as it seems, no option to change his actions. So a way more experienced fighter possibly, just possibly, would have thought of something. I don't know, maybe he could have had like an ability stored up to borrow, which makes him able to breathe underwater. That would have worked. Or makes him able to not have to breathe at all. We don't know that. It's just speculations. But in the end, it is a victory by planning that Morel had here. So he set up the stage and he started polluting this church from the beginning, and it was not visible. It's just air that he's breathing in and breathing out all the time. So well played there. That's a nice one. I really like that. It was an interesting and clever way of fighting, and I think he would have taken out many enemies with that. Not only Leo, other very capable fighters would have fallen for the same trick, because it just plays over time. Nicely done. Good episode. That's it from me this time. I hope you liked. I did for sure, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is X Hunter E107. Goodbye and out.